A blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners.
Rogue Knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock my cell?
Free them to fight back with more allies.
Let's take this guy.
The dungeon labyrinth has many paths and even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
Presentation.
It's time to go dirt tracking. Absolutely. The dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway plays host to the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge. Round 13 of the second season of 2025 of the Maximum Velocity CNC Home Design Truck Series. It's Tommy Cook, as always, hanging out with you on a Thursday night, but things are going to sound and look a little bit different tonight because we got my main man, Mr. Matt Williamson, back in the house. One night only special. Welcome back. Well, welcome back. This is the first time we've had the Charlotte Dirt Track on the channel before. So welcome to Charlotte.
Welcome to Charlotte indeed, and it's a nice welcome back to Thursday nights for myself. Good to be here, and anybody that knows me knows that I love a little dirt tracking, although this particular dirt track and these particular vehicles is certainly a sight to behold. We are going to have a night here tonight.
We certainly are. Let's take a look at the point standings quickly. We got 25 drivers registered. Not all the drivers that are on this graphic are here this evening. It's going to make for an interesting final two races after tonight. But Dakota Floyd missed last week, is still the points leader. He is here tonight. Justin Michael, of course, with the win, now is back up to second. Nathan Carroll should probably lock in on his points after tonight, so his color will change next week regardless of how he does this evening. Scott Patton is not here. Greg Mall is looking for a good run here this evening. He rounds out the top five in the standings. And right around that cut line, it is tight. Tyler Granat is looking on the outside in. Jack Watts has the spot right now. Lots of drivers still moving and shuffling throughout the order. A little bit different qualifying procedure here this evening as well. It is 2-lap qualifying, but we've only got 3 minutes to get it done, so we're going to take it all in here as these drivers are getting ready to time attack the speedway, which does not look like it has been refreshed, unless I am mistaken. The track state, you took some practice laps a few minutes ago. Boy, it is, as Eric Breeding would say, it's slicker than a buttered possum.
It is very, very slick, especially corner exit is very, very tricky. There's a lot of different lines that I think you could run. It is going to change greatly throughout the night.
If you're wondering why Matt Williamson's in the booth here this evening, Joshua Motichek making his on-track Max V debut. And he was fastest in practice. If you don't know, Motichek, a real-life pro late model driver. He knows how to rip it.
Yeah, he is certainly a favorite coming into the night as he goes to the top of the board. Mason Sweet, another driver that was very fast in practice, he goes to second.
So Motichek catfish in the bottom, as we like to call it here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Lap 2 is slower, so if Sweet can improve on his second lap, he cannot. So Motichek has the time to beat right now. Still plenty of other drivers and fast ones at that will be out here on the track. Greg Mall is one that comes to mind. Mall ran okay in our only other dirt track race in series history back at Knoxville in 2023. Mall on the clock now. Mall was third quickest in practice this evening behind Motichek and Sweet. Lap 1 for Mall is 6th quickest. And only a 10th off as well. I mean, it is tightly congested around the top of the board here. Mall right there in the middle of the slick in 3 and 4. This is a 2/5 mile, or I guess 4/10 if you want to be technical, here at Charlotte, as Mall is a little bit slower on his second lap. This is a very interesting choice, to say the least. This is not a massively utilized. It's certainly not the conventional choice for NASCAR trucks. We'll put it that way. I can't say I've ever seen a NASCAR lobby thrown up here before.
No, I cannot say that I have seen it done either. Typically, it would be late models or sprint cars being raced here, but we're going to give it a go here tonight. I don't know when the track state or if the track state is going to change. I'm assuming it's going to change before heat races. At least one would hope. And we'll kind of get to see the full effect of going out with a fresher track and seeing it change over time here.
So we've got 26 drivers. I believe everybody's going to the features, so we don't need to worry about that. But it'll be 10-lap heat races. And I would imagine some bonus points on the line for the winners of the heats tonight. It's a little bit different. It's the second dirt track race in series history and the first one in a long time. Heat race number 1 starting lineup, I believe, is going to look like this. 9 drivers out on track. And it looks like we did a full invert. Question mark. Are you showing Rob Haynes on the pole for this one?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Rob Haynes will lead the field of green with Rob Martin to his outside. Matt Burkhart is making his season debut tonight. Of course, a veteran of the series, but we've not seen him at all in 2025 Season 2. He'll line up at third to the inside of Kerry Cleaver, is coming off his best finish of the season last week. Jared Wishon on a roll. He's still looking for that first win. He starts 5th next to Parker Donaldson, who's coming off his best finish of the season last week. Greg Mall ran well at Knoxville 2 years ago, and he was fast in practice. He'll start in 7th. Joshua Fracker, nice qualifying lap for him. He'll start on the outside of row number 4. And Joshua Motichek, the Quick Time Award, and a lot of work to do for driver 60 in the next 10 laps to get himself a good starting spot here in tonight's A main. But again, everybody should transfer. That will not be the issue. But, staring down 9th to 1st for the fastest driver in the track. This is it's a little bit of a daunting task.
Well, it's a daunting task. Also, the track state did not change. So we are just in the thick of it right here. I mean, single drivers were running like 150 plus laps. I think there were 3 or 4 drivers that ran over 150 laps just in practice. So with that much usage carrying over, I mean, you can't imagine how deteriorated this one is.
So should not have to worry about pitting unless you horrendously damage the truck, which is not out of the question. Incident limits still are a thing tonight. 16x drive-through, 21x disqualification. So that's going to be something to keep our eyes on as the night goes along. Rob Haynes and Rob Martin on the front row. 10 laps for heat race number 1, and we are underway. Martin spinning the tires a little bit there in the slick. They go side by side for second as Haynes will lead him down the backstretch. Martin a little wobbly there up top, going to give up multiple positions. Burkhart to second. 3 wide for a split second for third. Now Martin is coming back alive here on top and challenging the 17 of Wishon. 33 into the wall.
Yeah, up into the wall. Motichek was running the wall, tried to pull it down as well.
Motichek has picked off a couple. He'll move into the top 5 around Parker Donaldson here. And he's certainly rolling well early. Shade falling over the dirt track at Charlotte. home of the World Finals in about a month. It's Haynes leading Burkhart, Martin and Wishon still side by side, but here comes Motichek up the middle, 3 wide for third.
Still 3 wide down the front stretch.
And a little
Martin.
look for the lead here for Burkhart as well as Martin right down onto the door of Motichek. But through the middle, little short slider there, and Motichek has got third. Ripping the wall.
Burkhart tried to go for a slider for the lead there as well. Wasn't quite close enough to make it work.
Oh, Motichek hopped the cushion there in 1 and 2. Wishon will get back to the inside here and try and take this third position back. Martin now side by side with Maul. So we're across halfway. Now 4 laps to go. Rather, 5 laps to go. And Burkhart not letting Haynes get away. Got him to a truck length down the backstretch.
Now here comes Greg Maul to life a little bit, looking to make up some positions underneath of Martin, and they make contact. Boy,
Martin,
that
I
could
think
have
was just trying to get it down off the wall. He was riding the wall there through 3 and 4.
that certainly could have been worse. There's a slider from Donaldson up in front of Martin, so Martin loses a couple, all in a couple of turns there.
So the leaders have switched lines. It's now Haynes running the middle, Burkhart on the top side. Wishon is going to the top side, but here comes Motichek, catfish in the bottom. Motichek trying to hook it right to the inside. There's just a little bit of that good there with that left front if you can hook it. 2 to go.
I liked the bottom at the end of practice, but it has definitely deteriorated even more. There's not much grip there.
3 wide for second. Coming to the white flag. And Wishon has found his footing. He is taking it to Motichek here as Rob Haynes leads him down the backstretch. Mistake-free for the 199. He ran well at Knoxville a couple years ago as well. Led some laps. And now Rob Haynes will win heat race number 1. Motichek from 9th to 2nd. Wishon on the heat race podium. Burkhart, Maul, your top 5. Donaldson, Fracker, Martin, and Cleaver. The rest of the finishing order. That was fun.
That was a little more tame than I expected. I thought we were going to get pretty nasty, especially with the track state, but everybody did a great job giving each other a little room, and it went a long ways.
Heat racing is not over. I believe we're going to have 3 heat races, if I'm not mistaken, and this is how the lineup for heat race number 2. Alex Howland, also coming off a season best from last week at Chicagoland, will lead the field of green. Chris Braley's got high hopes on the night. He'll line up on the outside pole. Chris Sargent and Jack Watts. Watts ran particularly well at Knoxville a couple of years ago as well. He'll start in 4th. Zachary Groover and Omar Rodriguez Jr. They're on row number 3. Kyle Stewart will line up in the 7th position to the inside of the reigning series champion Dakota Floyd in 8th, and Mason Sweet 2nd quickest in practice and qualifying, and will start shotgun on the field. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat hanging out with us. Of course, the Moticheks, they've got a little bit of an extra vested interest in the proceedings this evening for the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge at Charlotte. Hello to Rob Martin in the chat, Danielle and Lisa Carroll, and Chris Braley hanging out with us here this evening as well. What's jumped out at you there from heat race number 1 that you'll be keeping your eye on here as we continue to roll along in heat 2?
I mean, to me, it's how much the bottom has gone away in a quick period of time. I mean, right at the end of practice, there was still a lot of grip there on the bottom, even for the rear tires, and that, I mean, basically has completely gone away. And with that, I think we'll see drivers migrate maybe a little bit more towards the middle. If you can run the top consistently, it's pretty quick, but it is very, very hard to get correct. I mean, it is almost impossible to run consistent laps up there. But if somebody is able to do it, I think you can make some hay up there.
Pace truck is off. Alex Howland has control of the field with Chris Braley to his outside. Chris Sargent and Jack Watts on row number 2. We are underway. Braley a little bit wishy-washy up top here. Comes Sargent to the inside, slides up to the middle. Will be 3 wide for second as Howland leads him down the backstretch. Mason Sweet trying to make hay early here. Just about bodied up on Rodriguez as they're still 3 wide in fighter jet formation down the front stretch to complete the opening lap. Oh, Sargent around. Takes Braley, Stewart, Sweet, Rodriguez. No caution in the heat races here.
Sergeant Rodriguez finally get it pointed straight, but that is going to mess up everybody here. You see Mason Sweet go through the tires into the grass. Lost a bunch of time there. Is under fire from Braley.
Yeah. He may have some damage. I think they all might. As Dakota Floyd is ripping some fast laps, and he is going to take a look to the outside of Alex Hallen here, looking for the heat race lead. Purple lap last time for the 57. Zachary Groover not too far behind. You know, tire doping is all the rage. We'll have to check that 57 for a little Gorilla Glue on the right rear.
He's running up towards the top, and he's been able to do it pretty consistent, making up some time here on the 6. Now Howland thought he was going to try and stuff it right in front of the bumper there for a moment.
I'm not sure if he was trying. It doesn't slow Floyd down all that much. He'll pull even down the backstretch into 3 across the halfway mark.
With these two battling, Zachary Groover starting to stick his nose into it. A little bit of a bobble there out of 4, though.
And a bobble for Howland will get Floyd clear for the lead. Mason Sweet and Jack Watts battling for 6. Sweet pulls the trigger on a big slider in front of the 77, who's going to cross him up. That's the battle for 6th. As Chris Braley's pulled away from these two. Ready to go.
Sweet into the wall, but able to carry a ton of momentum off of 4.
It's the old Kyle Larson Eldora approach. As long as you don't break the truck.
Oh, and there goes Sweet.
Oh, man.
And the caution will fly. Interesting.
What? Well, that's dumb.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say other than that's stupid. Because there was a full crash out on the track before that did not bring out the caution. I'm not happy with the... Yeah, I'm not very happy with the iRacing caution system between last week and this week. But that will put a halt to this one, as caution laps tonight are not going to count. So we should have a green-white checkered here that we have to have 2 green flag laps. That will erase a 3/4 of a second lead for Dakota Floyd and bring Alex Hallen, Zachary Groover, Kyle Stewart, and Chris Braley back in with a chance. I would imagine double file restart will be on the way here momentarily.
Somebody who I feel like this could really benefit is Groover in the KTM Racing number 27. He seemed like he was at least keeping pace, if not catching up, especially to Howland there towards the end, but had kind of put himself in a little bit of a deficit prior to that, but had started figuring it out. Problem is, especially when the track is deteriorated like this, it's a lot of a momentum game, and now that these drivers have had a caution fly and have had to reset, all of their momentum and muscle memory is kind of taken pause, and whoever can get that back the quickest is probably who has the best shot here.
So we are going to go single file. That will put a wrench in things a little bit, as Floyd leading Howland and Groover, Zachary Groover that is, with 2 laps to go in heat race number 2. We're back underway. Good getaway for Floyd. Stewart will have a little look here to the inside of Groover as they head to the white flag this time.
See Groover getting flattened out a little bit there in the middle of the corner, and Stewart will have a run.
Rodriguez bodied up on Jack Watts to take 6th away. Oh, Stewart, and he's
Oh,
going
there we
to
go.
turn around. So Groover will drop all the way through the running order as Dakota Floyd will see the checkered flag and win heat race number 2. Oh, Surgeon and Sweet
more?
around in the final turn.
Yeah, more trouble.
Surgeon is going to be high-centered on that tractor tire there.
He
Oh,
had
he
to
backed out of it.
Back all the way over it. He was gonna get last, so he towed anyways. I guess there's no harm in that.
So Groover then finishes 7th, Sweet in 8th, and Surgeon to DNF will be credited with 9th. But Alex Allen in 2nd, Kyle Stewart in 3rd, Chris Braley 4th, Omar Rodriguez in 5th, Jack Watts in 6th is the rest of that finishing order. So we'll go now to the 3rd and final heat race. 8 drivers in this one. And Gino Morrow, who debuted last week and immediately put himself on the podium at Chicagoland, he's requested an EOL, but tentatively he'll be on the front row here with Michael Van lining up to his outside. Row 2 on the inside, Brad Slagle and Logan A. Murray starting in 4th. Ryan Nardone to the inside of Nathan Carroll. Carroll was fairly fast in practice. Justin Michael and Billy Baumgartner, the rest of the starting lineup here. Greg Mall asking if anybody's put up money to take out Joshua Motichek here this evening.
I don't know. I mean, Motichek is very consistent. I think that's the one thing that he really has going for him tonight. Of course, the speed as well, but he's put in a lot of practice, and he has the best shot at being consistent probably. But there's about 3 or 4 other drivers out here that have shown a lot of pace. If they can keep it together through all of the track changes here tonight, I think they have a good shot as well. So I don't think it's a runaway from Motichek here tonight.
Lots to be determined here. Gino Morrow will line up on the pole. So Morrow to the inside of Michael Van, Brad Slagle, and Logan A. Murray on road number 2. And the green flag is out. Morrow with no practice, no qualifying time. He'll send it in completely blind here as they go 3 wide behind him. Slagle going to prevail underneath as Van is up into the wall. Slagle now side by side. Murray coming back on the outside.
Morrow's first lap looks pretty good to me.
Looked pretty solid. Looked pretty solid. Little slider there for Slagle. Murray going to try and cut underneath. As
contact! Slagle!
There goes Slagle. Slagle into the wall. And he'll go to the back of the line. Murray now in 2nd, Ryan Nardone, Justin Michael, Nathan Carroll. The top 5 is Logan Murray now with the purple lap. He's moved up to the top side. And he's trying to run down Gino Morrow. Nardone, a little slip up there. Michael going to go around the top. And Michael is clear for 3rd. Purple lap for Justin Michael.
Let's show you inside the truck. This is Nardone working the wheel here. See, there's just a little tiny bit of lighter dirt there on the bottom. There's a little bit more grip there, but it goes away quickly.
Murray has caught Gino Morrow. Now he's trying to get up into the loose stuff, into the crumbs, into the marbles, whatever you want to call it, up there by the wall. Trying to rip the lip. But Justin Michael is charging up on the inside here.
Yeah,
Coming
Justin
to 4 laps to go.
Michael has really figured out that enter on the middle, turn down to the bottom, especially through turns 1 and 2. He had a stellar turns 1 and 2 there the last time around. See him back up the corner, turn down
Murray.
the hill.
Little thread in the needle there for
and
Murray.
Morrow goes wide.
3 wide for just a split second there, out of 4 with 3 to go. Morrow desperately holding on to the race lead that he didn't want to have. Michael and Murray side by side for second. This is like a super speedway in the sense that everybody has a shot at it. It's a little bit more of a level playing field, but it's a lot sweatier, that's for sure. These drivers are working their asses off right now. Murray is not going to let Gino Mara walk away with this one. Final lap. Murray, as Morrow slips up there a little bit, straightens it out in the middle of the corner. Murray has a run. Will it be enough to make something happen here through 3 and 4? Slider from Morrow. Murray gonna cross him.
Oh, contact with Michael.
Oh, it's a dead heat. Morrow gets him by 37 1/1000ths, as I think Michael was the deciding factor with the contact in the left rear quarter. Awesome run to the checkers, though. Gino Morrow didn't want to have the pole, and he will take that to a heat race win. Logan Murray in second. Justin Michael in third, Ryan Nardone, Nathan Carroll, your top 5, Billy Bumgarner in 6th, Brad Slagle in 7th, and Michael Van will pull it in early. Okay, well, we've got 5 minutes now to decompress, as the track state did reset. So now these drivers will be able to run this track in for the next 5 minutes, and they'll have 60 green flag laps after that.
Yeah, I mean, these drivers just in 5 minutes are going to do a number on this racetrack, but maybe not such a bad thing, as a completely fresh racetrack is sometimes just as tricky as a deteriorated one. So they'll try and work it in a little bit here, but it'll go quickly.
So we are going to use this opportunity to do a little plug, because, you know, we've made it no secret. Our time together full-time on Turn 200 is coming to an end. We'll still be here and there for a couple of special shows in the Daredevil series. But in terms of full seasons paying points, our time is drawing near. But we've got one special series coming up, and it just so happens to be the NASCAR trucks running dirt ovals. We have a 6-race mini-series coming up here starting November 7th. It's a collaboration between Truck 200, the Dirt Track and Sim Racing League, and Special Stage. So Joshua Motichek and Matt Schlosser, along with you and I, have collaborated on this project. 6 NASCAR truck races on the dirt ovals with a dirt racing format and all of that fun stuff. So that'll be coming up here in 6 weeks' time. I want to say it's Knoxville, Bristol, USA, I-55, Eldora, and Lernerville? I think it's the 6th one.
There, yeah.
Okay. So, I know you will not be in the booth for that. I think I'm going to do this like my regular dirt track job and do it by myself. But you'll be out there on the track racing. I know that's exactly where you want to be tonight. But you get to eye maybe some of the competition from Max V and certainly Joshua Motichek ahead of the 6 weeks of racing action coming up here in a few Fridays.
Yeah, I mean, I had the opportunity to race the trucks on dirt at Bristol Dirt with both Motichek and Schlosser, and they are forces to be reckoned with. I think I might have come away with a 5th place there at that one, but
yes.
It'll be a fun time. I think it's going to bring a lot of different people together with, you know, the 3 series kind of all coming together to make whatever this thing is and will turn out to be. So it'll be fun to get a bunch of people together that generally don't race each other and do it on some interesting combinations with the trucks on dirt. So very much looking forward to it. If you are enjoying this one so far, you should check it out. And anybody that wants to participate, please come out. It'll be somewhat serious, but also just kind of for fun a little bit as well. So I think it'll be a good time had by all.
Certainly. That is NASCAR truck drivers versus Dirt Pro late model drivers versus jumpy truck drivers, Pro 2 lights, Pro 2s, and Pro 4s. So, yeah, nobody really has the leg up on anybody. Some drivers will be more familiar with the dirt. Some drivers will be more familiar with the vehicle. Who's to say what will prevail? But it will be a great time. It'll be here on Turn 200 Friday night starting November 7th. And yeah, come be a part of the action. We'll hope to see you there. In terms of what's coming up here on Turn 200 in the next week, Daredevil Series is off next week. But Tuesday night, it is the Venom All-Star Race at Slinger Super Speedway. We'll see you there at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the Max v CNC Home Designs Truck Series next week at Darlington. Back at the usual 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time with no dirt in sight unless you find yourself in the minnow pond outside of turn number 3. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
I know one driver that always talks about either filling tracks with water or cement. I think after this one, Justin Michael may say we should just cover this one in water and turn it into a pond.
Yeah, I agree. I can't believe John Kay said that about iRacing Super Speedway. We're gonna fight, unfortunately for him.
Sure.
Alrighty. It is just about that time to get going. 60 green flag laps here this evening at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge. And the starting lineup, we'll see if they sneak another invert in on us here.
That could be very interesting if that happens.
I don't think they did. I think this is going to be a straight-up grid here. And as soon as the session switches over, we keep getting 10 seconds added to the end of the warm-up here. All right, now starting lineup will be going up, and it will be Rob Haynes and Dakota Floyd, winners of heat races 1 and 2. Lead at the field of green, Gino Mara, your winner of heat race number 3, starts in third to the inside of Joshua Motichek. Row 3 is the 6 of Alex Hallen on the inside of the 444, Logan A. Murray. Row number 4 then is Jared Wishon on the inside of Kyle Stewart, 2 drivers in the hunt for a postseason berth. Justin Michael and Matt Barkart will round out your top 10 starters this evening. Chris Braley and Ryan Nardone on row 6. It's Greg Mullen, Omar Rodriguez Jr. on row 7. Nathan Carroll and Parker Donaldson on row 8. Jack Watts, Billy Bumgardner on row 9. Joshua Fracker and Zachary Groover, your top 20 starters. Brad Slagle, Rob Martin on row number 11. Mason Sweet way back there at 23rd. We expect him to have good pace. We'll see what he can do from deep in the pack. Michael Van, Kerry Cleaver, Chris Sargent. The rest of your starting lineup here this evening. And I'll tell you this much, if season number 1 at Knoxville is anything to go off of, we're in for an interesting race here this evening.
Yeah, certainly. That one was interesting. Although a much different racetrack, although, of course, they're both covered in dirt. Much different racetrack, and we'll race a lot differently than this one will tonight. A little bit more lanes to work with, I would think here. There's a little bit more banking. You can kind of use that third lane a little bit more here, I would think. Boy, I don't know. It's you mentioned that it is a lot of work for these drivers to wheel it around here, especially when the track starts to slick off and get really slick working the wheel. It is going to feel like a very, very long race for these drivers. So I think a little fitness might come in here tonight as well.
You don't have to worry about tires. You don't have to worry about fuel. As long as the fuel tank stays in the truck and your tires stay on the truck, you'll be good to go. And challenge for the win here this evening. Rob Haynes and Dakota Floyd, Gino Morrow and Joshua Motichek, your front 4. 60 laps. The Wildish Dirt Track Challenge is underway at the dirt track at Charlotte. Motichek right off the rip, 3 wide for the lead. Floyd rolls out of it. Haynes will come up and put it right in the door. Contact between the top 3, and Motichek is to the lead from 4th. What an opening lap for the 60. 3 wide now for 3rd. Morrow, Murray, and Haynes as Dakota Floyd is up to 2nd. Boy, they are all over the joint here. 2 and 3 wide throughout the entire running order here. Lap number 3 going up on the board this time.
Drivers getting big runs off the top. Floyd with Murray right until Murray going to pull the crossover, dives down to the bottom, will pull a slider in front of the 57.
Can't quite hold it enough. Floyd is going to answer to the inside on the cross. and straightens it out there in the middle of 1 and 2. Good drive, though, and will slide
Oh!
right back. Some contact. They slip across each other's bumpers.
Triple Ford takes it to the bumper. Another bumper there through turns 3 and 4.
Rush hour congestion from second on back as Motichek has the lead. Murray tries the slider again. Will settle for the door. Haynes and Stewart side by side behind them. Burkhart and Morrow side by side behind them.
Murray drifting up, able to keep it off of each other for now, but boy, they have a big pack behind them as Haynes has to get on the brakes, it looked like, to stay out of Stewart.
I mean, how do you even plot a course through this one? As Floyd and Murray again banging doors. Stewart tried to slip through, has to roll out of it. Kyle Stewart in fourth, trying to get through on Murray and Floyd here as Motichek is checked out up front.
Big send from Burkhart there and got a little sideways. He loses a position or two.
Murray solidifies second for now. Stewart now going to drop to the inside to try and get through on Floyd and maybe have a crack here at Logan Murray.
I mean, Murray has been really quick. It took him a while to get to second, but now that he is, might have a chance to hopefully try and run down Motichek here. Most of your quick runners right now work in the top, but we'll have to see who jumps down as boy. Man.
Haynes got hooked together there with Kyle Stewart, and Haynes gets the worst of it now in the middle of 3 wide. He'll try and pull out of that one.
And Wishon just about tore his bumper off at the same time.
This track is starting to show the early signs of aging here. A lot of the middle of the portion of this track has lost its luster. A lot of crumbs starting to be formed as some drivers are going to move down to the bottom of the track, and the cushion is starting to form up by the wall. 3-second lead for Joshua Motichek, and behind them, or rather behind the 60, all hell still breaking loose from Murray on back.
I mean, basically back to like the top 15. I mean, everybody is still right here together. You go a little bit further back, and they've kind of single-filed out here.
Now, the other dynamic at play here in probably about 2 or 3 laps time, if we stay green, Motichek will start making it into lap traffic, and how he gets through lap traffic will very much dictate how well he's able to maintain this gap back to Murray. As Murray will have plenty of racetrack in front of him to try and run down the 60 with some clean laps. And now the caution is out. Omar Rodriguez Jr. is around in the 85, and he will pull it back out onto the track. He was running 18th at the time of the incident, and that is caution number 1 here on lap number 14. So again, not expecting pit stops. Field is frozen where they are. We are not counting laps. It's our first caution of the night.
Let's take a look at the replay here. I think it may have been solo incident. Let's see. Big send. Oh no, this is not definitely not on their own. That was Donaldson that got into the 85. Let's go to the driver's view of Donaldson. I'm sure he was trying to get out of it, but he was just already on the slide, and it was probably a little too late. You could hear him get out of the throttle, and then he kind of tried to throttle up to get it to turn left, but it was just a little too late.
You can see it there through the kick pod cam. A little sheen out of the turns.
Yeah, I mean, we're on our way there. I mean, there's still a lot of light dirt on the racetrack right now. You can see, especially there on entry into turn 1, especially in the middle. It's starting to get pretty shiny right there. But on the bottom and on the very top, it looks like there's still a little bit of grip. with a lot of these quick drivers running the top, you see, the entry on the top of 3 and 4 there getting pretty slicked off as well. As that continues to slick off, we'll see more and more start migrating towards the bottom.
Motichek fires. We're back at her way. Lap 15 on the board this time. Murray, Floyd, Stewart, nearly 3 wide.
There's some contact further back. Greg Mall was right in the middle of it.
Mall still trying to work his way into the top 10. And he will be 3 wide with a blinker in front of him. As again, for second on back, they're still battling hard, and Motichek has jumped out into an 0.8 of a second lead early.
Oh,
3
contact!
wide.
Boy, that was close.
The track.
That was a nice save from Haynes to be able to straighten it back out.
I think that was off of Justin Michael's front bumper, if I'm not mistaken. He and Michael get right back to battle. They're 4 wide behind them. Goodness gracious. Maul, Burkhart, Sweet, and Nardone. Mason Sweet from the tail of the field is knocking on the door of the top 10. Should point out as well, no stage break here this evening. I think it would have happened on this lap, but it's not a thing tonight.
Wow, look at that. Justin Michael sneaking to the outside of Wishon there. Was barely a gap, but he took it.
These two
Gets the position.
Battling for wins the last few weeks. Much to Wishon's dismay, he has yet to come out on top of those battles. It was Kyle Stewart pounds the wall there in front of Justin Michael. Opens the door for Gino Morrow to get to the inside.
And Michael is looking good. I mean, he is wall riding right there. He didn't have much of a choice as Stewart was kind of hung up just like a half a lane down, was trying to keep out of him.
Oh, trouble further back. A couple of drivers around. I think one of them is Chris Sargent. I think he cut through the pits. I think Rob Martin may have got a piece of that one as well. And that's caution number 2 here on lap 21. And some damage on the front end of that 33 truck, but that, could have been from any point in the last 20 laps.
I mean, it looks like there's already damage here before the caution comes out. Up into the wall a couple of times off of 2. Enters on the high side of turn number 3. And I think just gets this thing a little too hung out. Bit of a self-spin there, right down into Slagle. And Slagle comes right down in front of Sargent. Actually, no contact there between the 66 and the 52. Sargent just has to get hard on the brakes and ends up spinning down into the grass. But really not too much harm or foul there for the 66. Might lose a position or 2, but other than that, truck should still be clean.
So an issue for Rob Haynes under caution. He is lagged out of the race. He was running in the 10th position. So we'll double up once again. Joshua Motichek has been the best on the fresh track. He's been the best on the slick track. He's been the best on the top. He's been the best on the bottom. His problem right now is on the restart. His truck is painted with little bitty red targets all over it. Who can get to Motichek? Right now, it's nobody, as he's going to jet away once again. Back at her way. Slider from Stewart right up in front of Morrow, who will cross him up. Here's Wishon, Floyd, and Michael. Excellence, 3 wide there. Oh, Michael just going to pancake the wall, straight line it through 3 and 4. As clean air for Logan A. Murray. Here's a bomb. Stewart can't even send it because Morrow gets loose and down into Wishon.
Oh, further back, Burkhart and Sweet just about made contact there as well. And Sweet gives the bumper to Greg Mall there. Sweet wants to get on the move, has shown a lot of pace here throughout the night, but got buried in the pack after being involved in an incident in his heat race.
Yeah, Sweet is bodying up here through the field. And I think a couple of drivers have taken notice of that, but you know what I say? That's just dirt track racing, baby. Oh, man. Michael into the wall hard to try and check up for Stewart, who is not quite rolling the center of the corners here very well. Starting to see pretty much everybody either on the bottom or on the top, especially in turns 1 and 2. Not a whole lot of people running in the middle there. As you can see, it's really slick on entry. Oh! Oh, that was Nathan Carroll. Tried to go for a slider, but was able to back out of it. Didn't quite have the room to make it work. Issue for Zachary Groover. His night looks to be over. He is towed back to the pits with what looks to be an expired motor. As Rob Haynes is back in the session as well.
They are turning very high RPMs, I will say.
Yes, indeed.
If you're just hanging it off all the way around the racetrack, I can see how that would happen.
3-second lead for Joshua Motichek here on lap number 29 over Logan Murray. Murray's got his hands full now with Stewart, who will go to the inside, and that will leave Justin Michael at the top. Michael just right in the wall. He's committed to destruction on this 87.
I mean, that's you can throw it in there, and it's not going to affect the truck too much.
Has to jam on the brakes to keep it out of Murray, who had a hard time there in 1 and 2.
Murray sticking it on the top there. Going to try and play a little defense. Michael has been just pounding this top line. Murray's going to take the line away, see if he can make Michael make a different decision here. Oh,
the decision Michael is making is just to ride it off the wall.
Even if somebody slides up in front, he basically banks on them heading back down the racetrack to continue running that wall, and it's worked so far.
Joshua Motichek into some lap traffic. He did lose a little bit of time now, but the gap is still 4 seconds back to Murray. Stewart and Morrow in close proximity. Jared Wishon trying to get back on his front foot.
Behind them, Sweet still trying to work his way through the field here, right in the middle of 3 wide, able to slide it up in front of Greg Mall. That is a 2-for-1 for Sweet up to 7th.
Slide job! Slide job! 3 wide now. Mall going to answer back. Is he going to pull a slider of his own? Yes, he is. Parks it right in front of the 11. That's what I'm talking about, baby. These guys weren't excited about this race. They're not showing it. They're getting after it.
Drivers fighting for second now, starting to work their way into lap traffic as well. This is really going to get interesting.
Hello to Zach Magris and Damian Dana in the chat. Man, this is a blast thus far. 25 laps to go.
Mall and Sweet still battling it out here for 7th.
Oh, little door.
And laps are ticking down. We are well over halfway, down to laps to go on the counter now. Only 23 left.
Look at this. Nearly 4 wide for 4th, or rather for 3rd. Michael, Stewart, Wishon, and Morrow. They will go 3 wide now for 3rd. Michael with a short slider on Wishon.
Wishon didn't have much of a choice but just to put the bumper to Michael there.
His choice was to lift a little or not lift at all, and I think he lifted a little.
I don't know. I'm not sure I would have taken that choice.
Yeah.
Motichek continues to lead 4.5 seconds over Murray.
Oh, Chris Braley is up into traffic sideways, but he keeps his foot in it. Oh, they're stacking up behind him now.
Oh, and I
Watts.
think that was Watts. Yeah, I got off the racetrack.
Now he's going to be in a precarious spot coming down the front stretch here, right in front of the race leader. Still green.
Michael threw a slider on a lap truck. That was Cleaver, I believe.
And Matt Burkhardt is into the pits.
Oh, in contact with Greg Amal. That was Alex Howland. And that allows Mason Sweet to plant himself in 7th. Him and Maul were continuing to battle for that spot. A little contact from the 6 up to the 7.
Okay.
I didn't even really plan that, but there you go. I don't even know what that means.
Nobody does. It's
I'm
provocative. It gets the people going.
I am too old and washed for that joke.
Morrow and Stewart, meanwhile.
Yeah, this is a big run from the 71. Going to pull a slider on the 10.
Morrow looked to be going backwards there for a minute, but he has figured it out. I mean, this is the longest green flag run of the night. These drivers will be in some sort of rhythm here, even though these moves can take you out of it a little bit. But you have to make them. There's no choice but to make these sliders, these bombs, and try and make them stick.
That was a bomb.
The quarter panel. Don't look now, but Mason Sweet is coming up on these two, and he might bring Maul and Howland with him. Great run from Alex Howland today. Inside the top 10 once again. Not missing anything up front. Motichek with a 4.9-second lead over Logan Murray. Motichek in some thick lap traffic at the moment. Oh, no, we should be okay.
Yep, there's a look at Motichek. Has a few trucks out in front, but not much too wide, so should be able to work his way through. I mean, we're coming up on only 12 laps to go.
Books by quickly if it goes green. It's only been 18 minutes since we took the green flag.
This might be a record.
Might be. Oh. Justin Michael hunting for Logan Murray now. Michael's got nothing to worry about from behind.
Michael's got it on rails on the top right now. He has been sticking to it all night. Oh, as Murray tries to show the bumper a little bit there.
Michael's got it figured out in 3 and 4. Murray is doing better there on the bottom in 1 and 2, but Michael has got himself positioned well to try and take the spot here.
Woo!
He'll go side by side. 9 to go.
Battle for second rages on. Michael got a little flattened out up into the wall, but still able to take it.
Murray just had no drive there in the middle of 1 and 2. And Justin Michael looking good to take this position. Murray trying to do his best to fight back, but Justin Michael is up to second. Murray's cranking it down low, but it's not going to stick. Justin Michael to P2.
Oh, contact between Morrow and a lap truck.
Brad Slagle is slow on the bottom of the track with 7 laps to go. He'll bring it back out. Oh, and Mason Sweet is sideways on the front stretch. Sweet is backwards. We're still green. Now the caution is out.
Oh, and Rob Haynes absolutely blasts the 11.
Sweet is on the move. We'll see where he ends up.
Oh boy.
Oh, and yeah, that's not going to go over well.
Well, I'll have to take a look at it, but that is a lap truck that Sweet was showing his displeasure to.
More importantly, that'll race a 4.5-second lead for Joshua Motichek over the hard-charging Justin Michael with 6 laps to go.
Let's take a look. Oh! And, yep, that was sweet. Coming off of turn number 4. Lap truck coming off from the top side. Oh, man. Comes down and just absolutely clobbers the right rear. That was an awkward position for Sweet as well because he had one truck coming up from the grass and another lap truck coming up off the top side getting loose.
6-lap shootout here. Oh, boy. Motichek, Michael, Murray. We go single file. Motichek's been the class of the field, but he needs to get away here. Michael going to go up to the top side. He'll pound the wall.
Michael wants it bad. He wants to try and at least get the bumper to the 60 here.
Motichek catfishing. Murray taking a peek back to the inside of the 87, but can't make it stick. Now Motichek going to go up top.
Nice move
Michael's
from
closing.
Murray there. Slides up in front of Wishon for a podium spot.
Motichek back to the bottom in 3 and 4, coming to 4 to go.
Oh, Motichek with a blink there.
Yeah, that's been happening a little bit more. Blame the new house.
Couple of bombs from Floyd and Maul right there. Floyd trying to work on the 8th position. Meanwhile, Greg Maul working on Nathan Carroll for 7th.
Justin Michael may not be done yet. He's got Motichek to 2 truck lengths. Motichek kind of bouncing between lanes here, running the bottom, running the middle, running the top, trying to be firmly in control. Illinois green is waving, 2 to go. Motichek just wants to see this white flag. Pulling away from Justin Michael.
Oh, no! Logan Murray
Murray
spins it off of turn 4. White flag is waved.
That will cost Murray a podium run as the green flag stays out. Joshua Motichek through turns 3 and 4 will go 1 for 1 in the Max V CNC Home Designs Truck Series. Joshua Motichek wins it. Justin Michael and Jared Wishon. The pavement podium finishers will go runner-up to Booth 200's Joshua Motichek.
Man, that is a little bit of heartbreak there for Murray, who was running a spectacular race. And just gets a little bit loose off of turn 4, trying to put the power down.
What can you say about Joshua Motichek? I mean, this is his wheelhouse, but this is a bunch of drivers he doesn't race with. In our highest strength of field league, on turn 200, Motichek with so many runner-up finishes in the Venom Truck Series since his only victory in that series, but not tonight. He bests the best here on turn 200 at the dirt track at Charlotte and takes the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge. Playoff implications.
I don't think he's run enough races to qualify for the automatic
No.
bid into the playoffs.
Probably not. Plus, he'd owe me a refund anyway. I don't think this motor's making it back to the shop.
Certainly not one I would want to put back in there.
No. Well,
He's going to make sure that it doesn't live to see another day.
we'll blow it here. Yep. It's breathing. How much longer can it go? I don't know. I think he's got to make an extra trip through the tech line.
It's still going. I thought it went.
Still going. There we go. All right, let's get your full finishing rundown here after 60 green flag laps this evening at the dirt track in Charlotte for the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge. Joshua Motichek is a winner with the Max V CNC Home Designs Truck Series. We'll talk to him, and we'll talk to your 1-2 from last week at Chicagoland, Justin Michael and Jared Wishon, who will finish second and third. Gina Morrow, a respectable follow-up. That's Michael Wishon and Morrow, the top 3 2 weeks in a row. This time second, third, and fourth, though. Kyle Stewart will round out the top 5. Greg Mull in 6th, Nathan Carroll in 7th, Dakota Floyd, Joshua Fracker, and Alex Howland, first career top 10 in Max V. Congrats to him. Ryan Nardone in 11th, Parker Donaldson in 12th. Man, what heartbreak for the 444 of Logan A. Murray, who was on pace for a podium, spins it out on the final lap, finishes in 13th. Chris Surgeon is the last truck on the lead lap in 14th. Omar Rodriguez Jr. will finish in 15th. Jack Watson 16th. Billy Baumgartner in 17th. Brad Slagle, Chris Braley, and Mason Sweet, your top 20. 21st for Rob Martin. 22nd for Rob Haynes. Then DNFs for Kerry Cleaver, Matt Burkhart, Michael Van, and Zachary Groover. All right, we'll get to your podium finishers now, and it's Jared Wishon back with another podium here this evening. And I don't know if you were expecting a run like this here tonight, but 7th to 3rd on the dirt track, not too shabby. And you looked awful comfortable out there as well. Congrats.
Yeah, this is one I had circled when I seen the schedule. I always love running on dirt, and I was disappointed when they got rid of Bristol because it was only dirt race. And I was definitely looking forward to this one and glad to come out here with the top 3. I didn't really deserve it because Logan got loose there, and there was nothing I could have done, so I feel bad that I'm the one that ended up spinning him out, but he just appeared in front of me because I have a single screen. But other than that, it was pretty fun.
I mean, you found yourself in a lot of middle 3 and sometimes middle 4. I mean, it fanned out pretty wide for a pretty elbows out short track here.
Yeah, it was. It went a lot better than I expected because usually when you come to these dirt races, it's a bunch of cautions. But we only had like 2 or 3, and that was really fun battling with Justin there, the 4, the 71. We were having a pretty good battle. I didn't have nothing for the leader for sure, but yeah, it was definitely fun.
Matt, what you got?
Yeah, congrats on the good run here tonight. The track certainly changed throughout the evening. Did you kind of have a plan coming into the night? What lines you're wanting to run as the track changed, or did it even really alter the lines you were running? Because not sure you could even have a choice with all the battling that was going on there.
I definitely wanted it to move to the bottom because that's where I felt comfortable in practice and was running some decent lap times. I actually was not good in the top side, I felt like, in practice, but that I kind of had to figure it out here or else I was going to get past. So definitely wish it would have moved down because I think I would have been a little bit closer, but can't complain with the P3.
Well, great stuff here tonight. Congratulations. Let's get some shout-outs in before we let you go.
I just want to thank Diecast fans again for being on the truck, everybody that puts this league on, and you guys for broadcasting.
All righty, partner. We'll hope to talk to you again next week in Darlington.
Thank you.
All right. It's Justin Michael now in booth 200. We'll take the silver home this evening. And boy, I don't know how that truck made it home. You were pulling the old Kyle Larson strategy of just pounding it flat against the wall and hoping that everything stays on.
I don't see how the truck's in one piece. I also don't know how I got second. I don't even know how I'm up here talking to you guys. I really don't. I expected to be 10th or wrecked because I suck on dirt, and I don't know. I still don't know how I'm up here.
I mean, it seemed like everybody around you was over-rotating, trying to get a little bite off the cushion on the top side. The best way to counter that, I guess, is to just get it as straight as possible, and there certainly can't get much straighter than just riding the concrete.
Ain't that the truth? I don't know. Around lap 20 or so, I figured out something on the high side that I couldn't figure out in practice, and man, I picked up like 3/10, and I was even faster than Josh there for a few laps, and um, I but the truck was straighter than the other guys, and that was screwing me over in the middle of the turns because I'd have to slow up or I'd rear end them, and at some point it went away, and then I just pounded the wall every lap. It seemed like I wasn't doing it on purpose. I just the truck stopped rotating, and I don't know. It slowed me down too much when I hit the wall, though. I might have had a shot at him had I kept it off, but it is what it is. I'll take a second at this place.
I would say I don't think the method matters because the result is good and very good, I would say. It will take the runner-up here tonight. Matt, what you got?
Yeah, great to get to talk to you. Great run tonight. Want to congratulate you on the win because, I mean, let's be honest, that's basically what this was, running second to Josh Motichek.
It was. It was. I just don't get the tick mark for it. That's all.
My question for you is, after getting a nice second place, do you still want to fill this place with concrete, or are you going to let it stick around here?
Yes, let's fill it with water right along with New Hampshire, and we'll have a bass fishing tournament next week.
Oh, Lordy. Well, the good thing Scott isn't here to hear that.
Right? I'll text him.
Oh, goodness. Well, congrats on the run, and let's get some shout-outs in once again.
You just, as always, man, you guys call a great race, and I know Josh wasn't up here to call the race. He was out there running, so good win for him. I know I asked him if he was going to retire after this. He'd be batting 1,000, and then he could just quit. So it sounds like he might. I don't know, but man, he had a good run up there, and all the guys up front ran really clean. So appreciate all them guys, and yeah, Carrie for putting on the leg or sponsoring the legs. So we'll see you guys next week, and I don't even know where next week is right now. I'm too tired.
We are at Darlington next week, another prime bass fishing location, in my opinion. But you may feel differently than that.
I'm okay with that track. It just depends on the setup. I'm okay though.
Well, we'll look forward to talking to you again then next week.
We'll see you guys.
All right. Well, we'll finish out the night the way that we start most nights by welcoming in Joshua Motichek, but this time as a race winner in the Max V CNC Home Designs Truck Series. How about that?
Boy, this is odd.
Yeah. You got paid to gallivant on the job here this evening. So, I mean, we made James sure that you were actually going to come away with the victory. But, I mean, obviously, you were the class of the field here tonight. But that doesn't mean you didn't have to work for it. I mean, this looked to be a handful.
Oh, no. I mean, trucks on dirt is never a handful. I mean, you're matching two things that don't naturally want to go together. I mean, it was a blast, though, nonetheless. When we started the season and James Lehman revealed the schedule and I saw that it was on here, I was, just super excited to be able to call a race. And then James was like, hey, you want to build the setup for it? So I was like, yeah, I mean, I can do that. So built the setup, figured out one that I liked, and then obviously came to Mr. Tommy here and was like, hey, so can I drive in this race too? But no, I mean, it was a blast. I've wanted all calendar year this year to be able to make a race with these guys. I mean, watching them week in, week out, just class action racing. It was a blast to be able to hop in here and turn laps with them. I turned laps with the Wildish team, Nathan Carroll, Donald Parker, and everything. So I mean, it was a blast for sure.
All right, Matt, what you got for the race winner?
Well, he switches out the microphone, puts on a helmet, and then he goes and steals one. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than congratulations. I know you put in a lot of practice coming into the night. Was there anything that surprised you about how the track maybe changed throughout the night, or how it reacted with the setup with some other drivers out there? Or did it go kind of just as you expected?
I'd probably say a mixture of both. I mean, I was really adamant to get this set up to be balanced so that, no matter where you ran on the track, it would be about equal lap times. Just trying to promote some good, even racing. I think the bottom surprised me. I was, early in the race, I was kind of middle. That's where, the dirt track at Charlotte just runs the best on a fast track, is just kind of right through the middle. But as the track wore in, I got up top and it was about what I was expecting. I jumped down around the tires, and it was a little bit quicker for me. So I just kind of stuck it down there and let her ride, trying to save tires. A lot of newcomers to dirt don't realize how important tire management is on dirt. And it is definitely key. I feel like it was key tonight. Trying to save that right rear is a job for sure. Trying to keep it out of the skidder tires as well. It was a blast. I really enjoyed it. Just shout out to everyone, really.
Well, let's debrief here a little bit as well, because of course, it's a big deal. Max V is our biggest strength of field league that we have here on Turn 200. You've gotten to call a lot of races with these guys. You've raced a little bit against them in Truck 200, but I know, especially coming second in the Truck 200 dirt race, coming second in the dirt race in Venom to Matt Schlosser, and also a bunch of other second place finishes across Truck 200 and Venom as well. I know that's weighed on you a lot because, you're obviously good enough to finish second, which means you're good enough to win. But I mean, tonight you get that win in the big field here tonight. I mean, it's got to mean the world.
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. Dirt is home. Grew up on it. I mean, started racing dirt go-karts when I was 4 and just ran with it. So I mean, it's home. I've raced dirt more than I've probably done anything else in my life as far as hobbies or pastime goes. So I mean, it means a lot to actually be able to put it in victory lane in a fully sanctioned event like this, especially with the record that I've had so far this year with the second places. I want to say this is only my second win on the channel.
I think so. I think it is.
But
so, well, don't ruminate on that too much, because you got the checkered, you got the dub, and we'll put you back to work next week. But in the meantime, let's get some shout-outs in for the top step.
Yeah, definitely shout out to everyone at Max V who makes this possible. Again, always a blast to be able to call for them, and especially be able to be down on the track tonight. Shout out to James. I know he works hard behind the scenes making everything happen. Shout out to my parents for watching and letting me park my rig in their living room while we get moved into our new house. Shout out to my wife, obviously, as well, for all that she does. I'm trying to think of anyone I'm missing. Shout out to y'all, as always, for keeping my side gig employed.
Absolutely. All right, man. Go celebrate this one. Go enjoy it, and we'll hope to talk to you again on Tuesday night from Slinger Super Speedway. But either way, we'll definitely talk to you again next week at Darlington.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. By the way, if you like what you see tonight, Tommy Cook, myself, and Mr. Matt Schlosser with Special Stage do have a 6-week program coming to Turn 200, so stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. We'll hope to see everybody for that, and we'll definitely be talking to you again sometime next week, partner. Congrats. Go enjoy it.
Thanks, guys.
That's a plug man right there. He knew exactly what I was going to segue into. Yes, a little truck dirt racing action coming your way November 7th on Friday nights here on Turn 200, little 6-week mini-series with the Dirt Track and Sim Racing League, and also with Special Stage, and technically also sponsored or sanctioned by Truck 200 as well. So, but yeah, this is a little teaser for that. Man, what a race it was tonight. And like Jared said earlier, you know, you and I kind of were expecting this to be a little bit of a circus sideshow. It really wasn't. 3 cautions tonight, I think. Maybe 2 or 3. Did not have this race pegged for that at all, especially considering how much more constricted it is than Knoxville. Knoxville had 8 cautions. This was a really good dirt track race tonight.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I think everybody had, kind of low expectations, and I mean, it absolutely blew them out of the water. The racing was really fun to watch. Everybody was really giving each other a lot of space and really tight confines, like you mentioned. So, I mean, that is just a testament to the league and the drivers that they have here, that They can really get after it, but they're very conscious of not ruining each other's races either. So big shout out to all the drivers that were here tonight. You put on a show for us. It was really fun to watch. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat as well. Scott Patton, by the way, did hear the words from Justin Michael, actually from the infield of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So good luck to his crew in the 24 hours of Lemons. And shout out to Matt Schlosser for being in the chat here as well. Parker Donaldson, Danielle Carroll, Damian Dania, let's see, Bailey Motichek, Manny G Status. You might know who that is. I do not, unfortunately.
We just call him Manny G around these parts.
Manny G, okay, there you go. Little inside baseball there for you. Shout out to, this is one of the drivers. This is Rob Martin, I believe.
Yes.
Twisted Drifter? Yeah, okay. Awesome. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Greg Mall being in here earlier. Chris Braley, Lisa Carroll, and, of course, Robin Motichek as well. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. This was a fun one to watch. And we have more action for you coming up next week. And like we already mentioned, if you enjoyed tonight, there's going to be more of it coming up with that mini-series. It'll be a fun one to watch.
Yes, we definitely want you to be a part of that one. So come join our Discord. Link is in the description, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction to do a little dirt track racing with us here on CERN 200. In the meantime, how about a little Slinger Super Speedway action Tuesday night for the Venom Night of All-Stars? Venom All-Star Open kicks off at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And I've been told at least one person voted for me for the fan vote. And I don't know why they did that. I'm not racing. It's a waste of a vote. So that'll be Tuesday night, Venom at Slinger. And then Thursday night, as the Daredevil Series is off on Wednesday, we'll move to Thursday, Darlington for the Max V CNC Home Designs Truck Series. Next Thursday at the usual 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks to everybody that was hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you to CNC Home Designs, as always. Shout out to Kerry Cleaver. Thank you to the league admins, who will have a little bit of work ahead of them here this evening. And thank you to Mr. Matt Williamson, called into action on a Thursday night. It was a lot of fun. Glad we got to do it one more time here before we close up shop in a few weeks' time. That's all we got for you here tonight, folks. My name is Tommy Cook. Till we meet again from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, congratulations to the winner of the Wildish Dirt Track Challenge. It is Joshua Motichek, victorious at the dirt track. Have a good night, everybody. This has been a live broadcast on Turn 200. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of when we go live next. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.